Today we'll share an interesting and weird story, and I hope this story will give you an insight how people sometimes think, and it doesn't make sense sometimes, but we need to learn how to better ourselves. So imagine that you are going to your friend's place, and you open the door and you see that your best friend or a very good friend laying down in bed, and he has beaten very badly. Eyes is red and he's bleeding and he's barely moving, and of course you're thinking, what happened, who did it to you? And you just start asking questions, and you said, should I call 911 and call police or emergency? And a person gets back to you and said, no, I did it to myself. So now you move from compassion to some angerness and not understanding why someone could do that to themselves, why someone could beat the hell of themselves. And it seems so weird when you think about that people could beat themselves externally, but so often people beat themselves internally, and people are not able to see that. And because people are not able to see that, they are not able to be compassionate as much as externally. But I think a lot of times we need to be really compassionate and understand that a lot of times people beat themselves for no reason. People beat themselves because they are too fat, they don't speak as they would love to, they compare it with other people because sometimes people compare their first chapter with someone else's 20th chapter, and of course there's a huge difference. How are you supposed to compare those kind of? Then people compare their weaknesses with someone else's strength, and I think those comparisons is so bad, and people beat themselves and they feel that they are not enough to succeed, not enough to move forward in life, and they don't do anything, and they become lazy and not motivated. A lot of times, if you want to be a good friend, what you need to do, you need to help them to build up self-esteem, because a lot of times friends say, oh, you are lazy, you will never succeed in life, because those are not good friends, because they beat their friends. And of course, you will never beat them, those people, enough, because most time people beat themselves even more. And there's the most person that beat themselves is yourself. No one else could beat you, only you. So when you realize that, sometimes I find that the best way to get out of it is to understand that if you want to help your friends, how you help your friends. Most time you are very compassionate. You always think about how you can add value, how to love them. If they don't succeed, you always are trying to uplift them. And I think that the first level is to learn how to love yourself, how to love yourself as a family member, as a friend, because you need to learn how to uplift yourself, how to encourage yourself, and how to really move forward through the mistakes that you did. Because when your friend does mistake, you always say, oh, this is nothing, you will get through it, you are strong enough. But when you do mistake, what you do, oh, you are stupid, you're not enough, you are failure. So that means we need to switch that, and when you're able to switch that conversation and really start moving forward, and we are able to encourage ourselves, becoming leaders, and we start to move forward, achieving better results, and you encourage by your results other people to change their inner conversation as well. So I think that really we need to learn how to communicate internally with yourself, because the biggest enemy in the world is inner conversation. And if you master inner conversation, I truly believe that anything could be possible. And if you want to succeed, you will need to master inner conversation. I hope you will choose to win, and see you tomorrow.